Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and lately I have been getting very annoyed with the Battle Royale genre. It's kind of mirroring everything I hated about the MOBA genre, and don't get me, wrong, I actually really liked a lot of MOBAs. I had like 700 hours in Dota 2, which isn't a lot for Dota 2, but it's 700 hours. I, gave League of Legends a shot, I gave Smite a shot, I, was a little into Heroes of the Storm for a period of time. But overall, MOBAs, it was the type of genre where, when MOBAs first became really popular, everybody tried to make a MOBA because that was the newest, biggest thing. And pretty much the only MOBAs that really became popular after like the original, League of Legends and Dota 2 was MOBAs that were so unique that they actually had a reason to play them versus others. Because if you just make another MOBA that's almost exactly the same as League of Legends or Dota, why would anyone play that versus League of Legends or Dota? There's no reason. But then, Smite came around and they're like, oh, we're a MOBA, but with a third-person camera. And they made sure everyone knew that when they were advertising. I mean, like, I don't think you can find an original Smite advertisement that didn't mention at least 80 times that it had a third-person camera and it was unique. And that was cool because, it was actually unique and people played it and people liked it because it had its niche. As an example, here's the Storm. It came a little bit later, but its uniqueness came in all the different types of maps and the fact that it was kind of more of a brawler almost. There weren't items to worry about, there were talents and stuff like that, and it had the whole Blizzard cast and it had the Blizzard polish. But it also had a lot of unique aspects of it, and that's why that's, kind of popular as well. But all these other MOBAs that tried to do the same exact thing, they died off. They just died. Like, does anyone remember the Dead Island MOBA? I don't, because I heard about it. It was like in beta, and then that's all I heard of it, and now I know it's dead. I don't even know if it came out or not. But the fact is that no one cared about it, because if you're not making a game that's unique, who cares? There's already other MOBAs. And that's kind of what we're starting to see with Battle Royale games, because PUBG was obviously the first big Battle Royale. Was it the first Battle Royale game? No. I mean, I remember like 5 years ago playing Minecraft Hunger Games servers, or CSGO Hunger Games servers, and I know, it was mainly in Arma as well and stuff like that. But not even in terms of mods, I remember a game called The Culling, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, because it was an amazing game, and the devs just kept killing it. Every update, they made the game worse, and it was so frustrating. And then there was one big patch that completely changed everything. They added a new map, they added a new progression system, they redid all these perk stuff, and the game was amazing. And everyone was like, oh my god, this game's awesome again. And then they kept making the game terrible, patch by patch by patch, till it finally died. Good old Culling. But that was a good Battle Royale at the beginning. PUBG is definitely not the first. It's just kind of the first huge one. It blew up. I mean, also because the Culling was kind of more melee focused and bow and arrows, and there were some guns, but they were hard to get. PUBG's, like boom, boom, bang, bang, shooty, military stuff like that, Battle Royale, which a lot of people like. And it's also like probably the biggest. I mean, I wouldn't say it was more polished than the Culling, but it was more ambitious, because the Culling was kind of just, 8 or 10 people, or I think it might have gone up to 16, I can't remember, but obviously not PUBG's 100. And so PUBG's gigantic. And then you have Fortnite, which in itself was very unique because it had the whole building aspect, the art style was huge, and one of the also big reasons it's blown up is because it's free to play, first of all, and it's on consoles. And PUBG, I think, is on Xbox, but it's just a mess. Fortnite is, if you want to play a Battle Royale on a console, you're all playing Fortnite. And Fortnite's like, Fortnite just has that entire console market. So, PUBG has the huge PC market, and they tried to go into the Xbox a little bit, but no one's playing it. Everyone's playing Fortnite. And so they've kind of caved their space out. So we have the big two giants. We got, the League of Legends and Dota 2 of the Battle Royale market. We got PUBG and Fortnite. But now everyone is trying to make a Battle Royale game. And if anything, it's almost a little easier to make a Battle Royale game in some aspects than a MOBA. Because in Battle Royale, you can just get a bunch of assets from the Unity store, put a first person or third person camera in, and voila, you're good old battle royale game. And there's a lot of games, obviously, that are just trying to do that for no apparent reason other than to just try to make a quick buck, even though no one's gonna buy the game, because why would you buy that game if you could play PUBG? Like, if your game is no different to PUBG, why would people play it? And a lot of games try to do this whole free-to-play thing, and they're like, oh, we're gonna do what Fortnite did, you know, if you don't want to buy PUBG, you can get us. And it's like, that's not that great. If your game's not good, no one really wants to play it. And I feel like there's still a little bit more room, because I think PUBG and Fortnite will be these gigantic, you know, Dota and League of Legends of this genre. But I do think we have room for some smaller things like Smite and Here's the Storm did for MOBAs. And they just have to be unique. As an example, the Darwin Project. I've made a video about it a little bit ago. It's been kind of in, you know, a couple open betas, and it's really unique. It's an 8-player battle royale game. The combat's really system. It's very primitive, like, you know, you have an axe or your bow and arrow and traps and stuff like that. But there's the whole director. So one player is the director. He can close off zones. He can nuke areas. He can turn on zero gravity or low gravity, not zero gravity. You know, he can heal someone. Like they make the game a lot more interesting, and that actually adds a lot to the game, because if you can have a good director, like I've had games, I didn't play too much in the latest open beta, but I played a ton in the first open beta they had, and I mean, obviously some games you would get not that great of a director, but some games when you had an amazing director, it adds to the experience. You have an experience. It's kind of like the whole Battlefield moments. You don't really have those moments in Call of Duty, but in Battlefield you can have these gigantic movie-like moments. It's almost like that. It adds a lot of, I mean, it's very refreshing to play. And that's why I think if the Darwin Project continues making the good decisions that it has, and it, you know, markets properly and stuff like that, I would say there's definitely a very decent chance that Darwin Project gains one of those smaller slots in the Battle Royale genre. There's also there's a lot of unique ways you can take the genre. You know, like a game called SOS. I don't think it's done super well, but I mean, it's been having, you know, I'd say the player bases are around in, you know, like the 100, 200 last I checked, which is alright. And it's like a game where everyone's on an island and you have to get an idol and you have to escape with the idol. And you can have up to like 2 people on your team, and you can have like 3 people escape with the idol, but otherwise you can kill people. So it's kind of like a Battle Royale. It's a very unique take on the Battle Royale genre, and that's why I think it did get some players, even though there were a lot of issues with the game. And so we're at the point where I don't think, I mean, it's kind of a little naive to say that I don't think anything will overtake, you know, PUBG or Fortnite, because those are both gigantic behemoths of the game. But, you know, if a big old AAA title company like Blizzard tried to come out and make a Battle Royale game, I think they have a shot at, you know, kind of overpowering everything. Especially if the game is good and unique. But overall, I don't think that those are going to get overtaken very much, and I think it's more of I think there's a couple more slots that some unique Battle Royale games could fill, some very niche spot, you know, kind of spots that, although they won't be as popular as PUBG or Fortnite, they'll still be able to have kind of like what Here's the Storm or Smite has in terms of the mobile market. I think there's a little bit more room in it, but I'm just getting so frustrated from people trying to make Battle Royale games and not even put any effort into making it unique or anything. Because you want a military FPS, you go play PUBG. You want a you know, kind of more unrealistic, cartoony, you know, game where you can build and craft and stuff like that, there's Fortnite. You have both of those kind of very different, unique types of Battle Royale games, and then everyone's just trying to copy that because that's what got popular. But that's not how you do a good game. You make a good game that has a good player base by making it unique. And especially with Battle Royale games where you actually need a lot of players, especially if you're trying to do a 100-man Battle Royale game, you gotta have a player base for that. You know, MOBAs, you only really needed like 10 to 12 people. Most MOBAs had 5 players on each team, so you only really needed 10 players to get in a match. Obviously, that's still a lot of people, but it's not a fighting game where it's only 1v1s, but it's not where you need 100 people per match and you got to keep on making matches. It's not like that. So hopefully, I am excited to see, you know, what new unique Battle Royale game modes come out, because I'm interested to see where the genre can go and what games can come out that kind of fill these unique niches. But I'm very done with all of the just clones and Battle Royale games that are just trying to copy PUBG or Fortnite, and it's a little tiring. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on the Battle Royale genre, because it's a pretty big thing nowadays, is what I've heard. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content. Videos come up every Wednesday and Sunday about random stuff in the video gaming industry. I also am starting to stream on twitch.tv at TimeToGrind Gaming. So definitely follow me there. I'm still trying to work out a schedule, but normally it's around 7:30 on most nights is when I start streaming. But like always, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and see you guys next time.